Hello, you. I'm Sari too. Yeah, I can't edit, so here we go. I'm very hungry. I'm gonna make this, I call it goulash. That dude on my channel, yeah, says, they called it, chop suey. I've been munching on my strawberries. Let me set them over here. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna fix my version of, it's goulash, basically. I don't know what you guys can see. Maybe we need to see more over here. I don't know. Well, we'll just figure it out. Well, see, I bought a box of macaroni and cheese. But I'm going to get 3 servings out of this. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to measure how many of these we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we got 6. And we need 3, so there's 2. So that's what we need to cook for one of us. Alright, this goes back in the box. Maybe. See if we can dump it all over. Oh, throw a couple in there. Maybe. Alright, we got that much done. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to boil that a little bit. In this hot water. On this back burner here. And I'm going to put some salt in it. We want that to boil. Alright, get that good and hot. And then, I got to figure out how much this is. I got to get my skizzers. There. But I told you we was going to have fire. There must be some oil on it. Whoa! Are we going to have a fire? I don't think so. I ain't worried about it. I never use this big green thing. Let's use this big green thing here. These come separated. Look. Oh, I don't know. This is something new. Do they come apart? Oh, I don't think so. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. Well, that ain't quite. So it's about 2 apiece. Alright, so I'm going to use, we'll put one of that in. I'm going to put it in this one right here. Right here. It's going to be our cheesy bowl. Okay, there. That's our cheese up mixture. I don't want to have to. Alright, we'll see how that, we'll just set that there. Then we'll put this stuff back in here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it in a baggie. Because I bet you I'm just going to dump that right in there. Just like that. Just like downtown. Alright, now we got 2 more servings of this macaroni and cheese to go. So we'll shove that in that box with that macaroni. We'll put that in a cup. We'll save that for another day. Alright, so now here we go. I'm going to have green beans with bacon and onions with my dinner. But right now we got to worry about boiling that stuff and mixing this up. Let me get a stick of butter. We're going to need them tomatoes. Alright, well, we're going to need them tomatoes. We're running out of counter. So here's my butter. Let me get something to cut it with. Let me see what we got in here. I don't want. We'd use this fork because this fork we're going to use to mix it up with. Well, he's about that big of a chunk. How's that look? All right, we'll save this butter for another day. Are we going? Yeah, we're going. 6 minutes in. So. And there's my little wad of hamburger that I froze a couple weeks ago. I still ain't split the hamburger I just bought, and I still ain't put it away. And my 4 pieces of thighs in there. I still got to do that. I think the meat will be good for another minute. Cause I ain't doing it right now. So we're gonna put this here meat in this pan. We're gonna start browning that a little bit. Just like that. Then I'm gonna cheat. You guys know how I cheat if you think about it. Alright. We'll just do this. I don't want to get my counter all gooey. This onion is for my green beans. And that bacon. Oh, you hear that? That's the washing machine next door rattling the crock pot on top of my refrigerator. Okay, here's the spices. I'm going to use a little bit of sage, onion powder, a little bit of basil, garlic powder, a little bit of oregano, and some thyme. And I'm going to I got peppers and onions in the freezer because I buy that stuff. These we got a bowl. And I got to put a little bit of milk in this. Because that's what it says to do. To make your sauce, your cheesy sauce. And I got something else to put in there too. I'm going to use that tomato paste. So there's tomato stuff I'm going in. That's stuff I'm going to use in my goulash chop suey. So we got to get this a bubbling and a boiling. And our meat's a cooking. And this pan's good and hot, let me tell you. You guys get to watch me struggle with this can opener opening these green beans. What did I do with them? I lost my green beans. Remember Mr. Green Jeans? I used to watch Mr. Green Jeans. He was my favorite. It was Captain Kangaroo. And they had Moose. And Moose would always drop ping pong balls on Captain Kangaroo. And he had a clock. He had a big old grandfather clock. I was little when I used to watch that. Real little. That was kind of a cool show. I remember that show. Captain Kangaroo. Da, 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 da. I don't remember the theme song of it though. That's crazy. This ought to be a good supper. I'm only going to use a slice of this bacon. I could probably cut that up. I don't want to get that raw stuff going yet. Let me get this a cooking, and then while it's a simmering and a cooking, we'll work on the green beans. That sure is a rattling, ain't it? Man, them people get loud next door. Sometimes it sounds like they're building something. They get rip-roaring around in there. My chest hurts really bad, you guys. But I'm really hungry, and I can't go without eating. So I'm probably not dying, because they say the dying don't eat. And I'm starving, so I don't think that's part of my problem. And I'm probably not going to cook these macaronis all the way either, because they're going to cook a little while in that juice and stuff. So we'll see what we got coming up about that. I don't know, maybe I like you guys above me better. Where do you guys like it better? Over there or over here? 6 of one, half a dozen the other, I suppose. Ain't much to do, sit here and stand here and drink coffee. Waiting on this cooking stuff. I don't measure any of this stuff. I just throw it in there like I think it looks like. This is kind of greasy. Why is it greasy? Why is it greasy? Why? You're still having a coughing fit. We use that to dip out some of our maters. Oh, let me stir our hamburger. Oh, she's starting to get a little brown. You know what? That smells like hamburger. Let me sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper in this. Hey, my chest hurts. You know, it's like 5 degrees out there. That might be why I'm in so much pain, but I think there's other reasons. I think I got a little bit of a bellyache. Whew. That's all we're doing is cooking. And I'm kind of glad I don't have a lot of dishes and a lot of pots and pans. Because if I had a lot of dishes and a lot of pots and pans, I'd have a lot of dirty dishes. And I'm glad I don't have a lot of clothes either. Because if I had a lot of clothes, I'd have a lot of dirty laundry. So if I keep it to a minimum... Hang on a minute, kids. I gotta have a coughing fit. Let me see if I can figure out how to push this. Pause.